So we are out in the field today looking at real estate, and today is going to be about the battle of the ranches. And what do I mean by that? We're going to look at 3 master plan communities in the greater Sarasota area. We're going to look at Lakewood Ranch, we're going to look at Palmer Ranch, and we're going to look at Skye Ranch. And we're going to talk about the differences of each of these communities and a lot of the advantages that each has. Many people that are relocating to our area are saying, you know, we want to be close enough to the area beaches and the water, but we either don't have the budget for something right on the water or near the beach, or maybe we feel a little safer if we're a little further inland. And what a master plan community offers is a cohesive, well-planned, well thought out, well-designed community, oftentimes gated, which people are really liking, and also a lot of new construction opportunities in these communities as well for people that have a very specific vision of what they would like. So without any further ado, let's get out and take a look at some of these different places. So our first stop in the Battle of the Ranches is Lakewood Ranch, and I am here in Waterside, which is located in Sarasota County. It's one of the newer sections of Lakewood Ranch, and it's a really fun place to hang out and enjoy dinner or a walk along the beautiful water. Lakewood Ranch itself should really almost be in its own category. I could make a 2-hour-long video just talking about the differences and the nuances of such a big area. Lakewood Ranch is over 33,000 acres, and it is abounding still with new construction and still has a lot of room to grow. Some of the advantages of Lakewood Ranch are it's completely master planned. They've done a really good job of developing the land, but also saving recreational areas, golf courses like the Ritz-Carlton, Lakewood Ranch Country Club, Azario, Esplanade, etc. Another big asset to Lakewood Ranch is its proximity to University Town Center, UTC. So if you're looking for the best in shopping like a Saks Fifth Avenue or a Tesla store or an Apple store, you just have to have the latest and greatest. A lot of the shopping and dining is in this area. That's a great asset. You also have Benderson Park, which has one of the only championship rowing courses in the nation that's on a closed course on a lake. Lots of things to do. You have the premier sports complex off of State Road 70, which is a huge soccer field. So just a whole lot to do here and a lot of great things in this location where you don't have to branch out very far to get the amenities and services that you may want. And you also have a really convenient location for people that need to travel for business, or it's just a concern to maybe get home to your more permanent home if this is a second home area. You're about 45 minutes to St. Pete or Tampa Airport, and you're about 20 minutes to Sarasota Bradenton Airport. So very convenient. Also, if you want to get to Tampa for some of your bigger sports teams games, it's a really great spot. School-wise, there's a lot going on too. You have Lakewood Ranch Prep, you have ODA for private schools, Lakewood Ranch High, and then a really vast array of other public and private schools for middle school and elementary. Really something for everybody here in Lakewood Ranch. There's also still quite a bit of new construction continuing here, so if you'd like to build a custom home, you could certainly start there. You know, pricing on the high end of Lakewood Ranch probably gets up to the $5-6 million range for a really nice large estate. But you can also be in a much more accessible price range of $400,000 to $500,000 and get a pretty nice single family home. So something for everybody here. And I'd say probably the one weakness contrasted against some of the other areas we're going to look at today is it's going to be a little bit longer drive if you want to get back to the beaches or the Gulf waters from here. You're looking at about 30 minutes minimum, depending on which beach you'd like to go to. So overall, Lakewood Ranch, we've done a lot of sales in the community historically. It's a great area. It's our biggest village that we're going to look at today, and it has a lot to offer. So I hope you enjoyed this overview. Okay, so we're here at our second stop in the Battle of the Ranches, and I am standing in Skye Ranch, and you can see on this sign and behind me, you can see what is going to be the main attraction of this community that they're working on very loudly. It's a 25,000 square foot community center that's going to have all kinds of fitness amenities, gathering spaces, rock climbing wall, fire pits, access to the beginning of nature trails, all kinds of cool things. So let's put it in perspective. Lakewood Ranch, where we were before, is 33,000 acres. Skye Ranch is only about 1,000 acres, and of those 1,000 acres, about 40% of it is going to be natural preserve land. So what I really like about Skye Ranch is that it has great proximity to kind of Mayaca State Park. It's east of 75, and if you like really natural, beautiful, open, old Florida landscapes with original growth trees, Skye Ranch is really, really pretty. It's mainly developed by Taylor Morrison, and there's going to be 1,200 single-family homes here, as well as about 360 townhomes. There's also development from Lennar and then a couple boutique larger builders like Arthur Ruttenberg, John Cannon Homes, name a couple. So there's also a brand new K-8 school going in Skye Ranch that'll be open next year. And I really see this as kind of the next genesis of a new construction, gated area that people are moving to in the southern Sarasota community area. Located off of Clark Road, it's a straight shot to Siesta Key Beach. It's about 15 to 20 minutes depending on traffic. And there's just really a lot going for this community. Now, in our battle of ranches, you want to remember that this community is much smaller than Palmer Ranch or Lakewood Ranch. It doesn't have any golf per se. And I do see a lot of development coming around Skye Ranch, but it's not going to be part of Skye Ranch per se. So it's a smaller master plan community with a lot of beautiful landscape and unique advantages. So here we are at our third and final stop, which is Palmer Ranch. And Palmer Ranch is near and dear to me because it's an area, I grew up near this area, and it's an area the first decade of my career I spent a ton of time selling in Palmer Ranch. Palmer Ranch, by size comparison to our other two stops, is about 7,700 acres. So it's about 25% of the size of Lakewood Ranch, and it's about 7 times larger than Skye Ranch. You have over 60 different communities in Palmer Ranch. Most of them are gated, so if you're looking around on your own, it's really hard to get in and out of the communities to see what they look like. And you have a vast array of housing, from smaller condominiums to golf club living on places like TPC Prestantia or Stony Brook, to larger estate homes in places like Legacy Estates and Silver Oak. You've got the Esplanade, which is a great new construction concept with lots of amenities. There's really something here for everybody. Palmer Ranch is really well flanked at all of its entrances with a lot of commercial real estate, several shopping centers, grocery stores, Costco, restaurants, etc. It's also the only community that's master planned that we're considering today that is west of I-75. So when we talk about proximity to beaches, Palmer Ranch is unique in that you're maybe 10 or 15 minutes away from either Nokomis Beach or #1 rated Siesta Key. So it's very different in that regard. You also have Sarasota County Public Schools here. There's a couple different districts that weave in and out of Palmer Ranch, but they're very well rated schools and really almost completely built out. That's a big difference too. So if you want new construction on Palmer Ranch, you can find it, but those opportunities are really dwindling. There's not a lot of new development going on. It's mostly built out. And it was the first ranch that was started. It was started kind of in the late 1980s in Deer Creek and in part of Prestantia. So again, really great location. And I'm here in front of Arbor Lakes, actually, which is a fan favorite, which is a newer Taylor Morrison community that was built within the last 10 years or so. So that's Palmer Ranch in a nutshell. I hope you've enjoyed the scenery and the visit. So now we've visited all 3 ranches and who is going to win the battle of the ranches. And spoiler, there is no winner. The winner is going to be obviously the community that fits you the best based on the amenities and location, right? So going back to Lakewood Ranch, I really think Lakewood Ranch is great, especially if you'd like to build something and have it just your way. If you like a little bit more eastern location, lots of golf proximity, lots of great retail. And what's really nice is its closeness to St. Pete and Tampa Bay as well. So a lot of good things in Lakewood Ranch. Skye Ranch, vastly different in location and size. It's about 1/33 of the size of Lakewood Ranch, so much, much smaller. What I love about Skye Ranch, as I mentioned, was, it feels almost like you're on your way to Mayaca or you're in part of a state park. It's beautiful lands, really nice new builds, fairly reasonable price points. Most of the homes are going to be under $1 million, several above, but mostly under, and really good amenities for the whole community. And then you contrast that with Palmer Ranch. Palmer Ranch is going to be about 1/4 of the size of Lakewood Ranch. A lot of variety of the real estate. And I think some of the stronger arguments for Palmer Ranch are, you have the Legacy Trail running through it, which is a great cycling trail. You can get to downtown Sarasota, you can go to Venice. You're much closer to beaches if that's a part of your lifestyle, but you also have nice golf courses, retail, etc. So the bottom line is, if you're relocating to this area, all 3 ranches are great to check out. They each have their own distinct flavor, and they offer a lot of great amenities, benefits, and bang for the buck. So I hope you found this overview helpful. And if you want to talk more about your relocation in Sarasota, give me a call.